Right, it's week 13 done, and I'm really late getting this out. I'm just out on my dog walk at my lunchtime, so I thought I'd quickly whack something on film so that at least I've given you some form of update this week, because actually I was going to put it off until next week and do a double whammy next week with not too much to talk about. Well, I've got a lot to talk about, I just don't have the time to do it today, because I have got quite a lot to talk about over the next coming weeks. And it's quite blowy out here today, just me and the little dog. Luna, come on, we'll go this way. It's been a funny old week because I was away for most of last week. I was over in Belgium with my colleagues. I work for a tech company, and without going into too much detail, we've just been celebrating winning our investment round and getting some nice money pumped into the business to help us continue with our global domination. But that meant going to Belgium and having a big strategic meeting and a bit of party time as well with all of our colleagues, which meant time away from home, which meant traveling, which meant not really having full control over my diet, which was worrying. Every night people were on the drink. I say on the drink. Oh, there's a dog coming. I have to put my dog on the lead. Come here. Well, that was unusual. Somebody with an old Labrador who can't keep it under control. I just had to stick mine on the lead because you could see as they were coming that it didn't look very friendly. And the lady walking it was, "Can you quickly get by, because he'll pull me over." And as we're going by, he starts jumping up and down and growling, and I nearly left my dog behind and ran. No, I'm joking. Where was I? Yeah, so while we were in Belgium, there was, there was food, there was drink, there was all of that stuff. And it was a worry for me before I went, because I was kind of thinking, whoa, this is where you really test your mettle, because there's so much temptation going to be in front of me that it's going to be hard to say no. I mean, if you've got a free bar 2 or 3 nights in a row, then hard to say no to that, isn't it? So yeah, between travel and that, I was a little bit worried, but I needn't have been, because actually it was fine. And I've been really open with all my colleagues. Everybody knows that I'm on Manjaro. I've not kept it a secret at all. I've quite the opposite. I've been telling people, and part of the reason that I do that is really to garner support, because nobody was saying to me, "Oh, go on, just have one." Nobody was saying to me that at all. And that's normally what would happen, right? If you say to someone, "Oh, I'm on a diet," go on, just have one. One's not going to hurt you. 1 becomes 2, 2 become 3, etc, etc. But they all know that I'm on Manjaro, and that really helped, because nobody said to me once, "Oh, go on, just have one." I made it very clear, "No, guys, I'm not drinking." Yeah, and I didn't have a single drink. And I was surrounded by people that were drinking. I was surrounded by people that were drinking some of my favorite drinks. But not once did the temptation appear. Not once. I was really quite proud of myself and really quite chuffed, because it was just easy, right? It wasn't even a thought. It wasn't even a consideration. "Oh, shall I have one?" No, it didn't even come into my head. And whilst I'm with people, the dog's just tangling me up. While I was with people drinking, it didn't faze me. Didn't take away from my good time. I had fun. The conversation was great, etc, etc. If anything, it did make me a little bit smug the following morning, each morning, because I was the one with a nice clear head. And some of them didn't get to bed till 5:30 in the morning. Bear in mind, we started again at 8. So that really was not a position that I wanted to be in, and thankfully I wasn't. But it was a great time. We had colleagues come over from the US, from Europe, and it was just good fun. Now, I did have a little bit of a nightmare on the last day, and that was the day that I was coming home on the Saturday morning. The idea was to get up nice and early. I was going to get in an Uber at 8 o'clock to take me out to the airport, and I was going to be landing in Newcastle at about 1 p.m. That didn't happen. My flight got cancelled, and so my initial thought was to try and go shopping. and buy myself some new trainers. That didn't go well either. So I had a really long day on the Saturday, which ultimately resulted in a cancelled flight, which then meant when I did get on my plane at 2:45 in the afternoon, I had to go from Brussels to Schiphol in Amsterdam, and then I had a 6-hour layover in Amsterdam, which was so long, so boring. There's not enough to do in Schiphol Airport because you're not normally there for that long. But I was there for 6 hours, and ultimately by the time I landed in Newcastle and got home that night, it was 11:30 in the evening on the Saturday night. So kind of that was my weekend ruined, you know, it was gone. But it is what it is, you know, at that point there's nothing you can do about it. No point getting upset, just got to make the most of it. So I did. I went into the lounge, in the Aspire lounge in the airport, and sat in there for a few hours. It was far more comfortable, and at least I could get something to eat and something to drink, and that was actually quite interesting. So again, I was being very well behaved on the food front, and actually while I was in there I had some couscous and I had a vegetable noodle soup, and that was pretty much it. It was nice, it was good, and actually it turned out to be quite good fueling, because on Sunday I still went for my long run. I thought, well, it doesn't matter if I'm tired, I've got to get my long run in. And it was on the runner app, said to do 13 kilometers at conversational pace, but I actually woke up feeling quite energetic, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go a little bit further than that today and a little bit faster. And I didn't record any of it, but I actually had a really good run. I got a new PB for 15 kilometers, which I'll put it on the screen now, but I think it was 1 hour 26. Which for me is brilliant, you know. It was there more in me? Well, yeah, because I weren't racing it. I was just having a nice, I wouldn't call it a steady state run, but I just had a nice run at a pace that I felt I could maintain. Come here, I'll let you off. That horrible dog's gone now. Good girl. Come on, we'll go this way. So I did that, and 1 hour 26 thereabouts for 15k, and that was a real kind of morale boost. Even now I'm really happy about how that went, and I think that's because the way that I finished it was feeling fine. I didn't feel spent, I didn't feel like I'd been running flat out. Don't get me wrong, there wasn't much room left to go, you know. I was up there, but I think largely I was running in zone 2 and 3 with a little bit of zone 4. So that was good, really good. I think that also shows that while I was away, I wasn't tearing the arse out of anything. I wasn't drinking alcohol, like I mentioned. I wasn't eating bad stuff. I wasn't eating in excess of what I should be. I was actually really well behaved. In fact, I just want to mention something really quickly. I've already finished the video, but I just realized something I wanted to mention, so I might drop this in earlier in the video. So if this is out of sequence, at least now you understand why. I just want to talk really briefly, energy levels. My energy levels at the moment are through the roof. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just the fact that I've lost a little bit more weight and I've ticked over something or something. I don't know. But I'm just feeling really good. There are no side effects. There are no problems. I'm full of energy. I am getting up and about. I'm running when I need to run. I'm resting when I need to rest. I'm eating what I should be eating. It's just, I am finding now that each week I am just feeling that little bit more normal. And I know I've probably said for a couple of weeks now that I feel normal, and I do, but each week I feel, I don't know, maybe it's just to feel more settled and definitely more energetic and definitely fired up to just keep on going. I really am in a positive place right now, where everything is, well, in the words of Lego, everything's awesome. Everything is awesome. And then that takes me to my weigh-in. So I always, whenever I fly, I notice the pattern. Every time I fly, I always end up holding water. So on the Sunday I didn't actually weigh myself. I kept it for Monday, which is another reason I'm partly late doing this, because I didn't know how much I weighed until Monday. So normally I do a Sunday morning. I am trying to change that to the Friday, because that's the injection day. But so far I've just been injecting on a Friday, weighing myself on a Sunday, and then reporting from there. But I did weigh myself on Monday and I'd lost 1.5 pounds. So I was really happy with that. 1.5 pounds for the week. That is not bad, considering all the traveling and whatever else. Yeah, really happy, and I'm crying because of the wind. So that takes me to just being super close to getting under 16 stone. I never thought we'd be at this point, at this time, at that, like now. I didn't think we'd be at this point now, and I'm really happy that we are. That's I think that's knocking on the door of 2.5 stone, something like that. Again, you've seen it all on the screen. I will put it up there so you know exactly what I've lost and exactly where I'm at. But that's good progress. Another 1.5 pounds. So onwards with this week. Still on the 7.5 milligrams. I've got another, I think I've got another 2 doses, I think, of that. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. If it's nothing on the screen, then I'm right. But I've got another couple of doses, I think, of that. And so that means over the next week, I'll make a decision on what I'm doing with my dose. I'm hoping to stay on the 7.5 for another pen. What are you doing? You better not be rolling in fox shit. What were you just doing? Oh. Yeah, so I'm hoping another month on the 7.5 milligram. But we will know more next week on the next update, and I'll tell you then. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish my dog walk, get back to work, find some time to edit this tonight, and hopefully this is uploaded, ready to go. And the next video will come out probably in less than a week. I'm going to try and get one done by the weekend. So this one, but this one is late. With this one being late, the other one will feel early. And then at least I'm back on track for trying to get them out once a week. I got lots to look forward to. I got lots coming up, and I cannot wait. And I can't wait. Right, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, keep it positive, keep it fun. You'll only do it if it's fun. Even though when it comes to dieting, don't kill yourself on making it unpleasant. If it's unpleasant, you'll give up. Keep it positive.